Hey everybody, this is a grumpy old guy gaming. Apologies again for those who were getting on this morning for my usual Sunday morning stream. Just a whole bunch of technical issues, ended up failing on that one twice and just sort of bagged it for the day. Here we're going to try and do something a little later in the day, a prime time stream if you will, 8 o'clock here on the East Coast. Going to be logging in playing a little Fragment today. Going to be leveling up my long arm. Just sort of focusing on the gameplay here. Don't have the chat up or anything at the moment. Probably check in with things in between runs here. Going to start off going into the lobby, seeing what's active server wise and where we're available. Nobody waiting around. Looks like there's a couple people in Asgard. Nothing else really going on. Okay, let's start with an easy one. Haven't tried logging into my own server while streaming. Let's see how this goes. If it causes any lag or anything. Oh yeah, that is unbearably slow. Okay, so we won't be running that. In fact, I don't think it's really seen any traffic that isn't me, so let's just shut that down for the sake of saving some bandwidth. There we go. That should make things a little smoother. Go back into the lobby here. Let's run something on Arcadia Pi. Been a while since I've run anything on Pi. That would be Vector Server. Gonna pop us right up into Fort Oof here. Land of Clouds and Cannons. I think we're all set on items. Looks like I got a couple things to pop into storage. Okay, should be good to go for there. Currently I'm sitting at level 22 on my long arm, so we're going to be bringing that up here a couple levels. At least we're going to try to. Let's go for a new keyword. Let's go for unknown. That's a good start. Unknown, stellar, daydream. Why not? Because it's a level 10 field. That would be why not. Okay, it feels like we were somewhere with overripe. Well, we were somewhere. Oh, there we go. Unknown Memorial Antares. It's a level 19 field. Not going to be a huge challenge for us, but it's a good start. Good confidence builder to start the stream here. Do a little server hopping, see what we can't just find. Really need to remember to hit that one first so my SP can regenerate while I'm hitting the other buffs. Just never translates in my head right, you know? Not even gonna try for that noisy wisp, just gonna chuck some spells at it there. Fighting this harpy just off screen. Go ahead, adjust the angle so we could see it, and still not hit it readily. Finally take it down. Looks like we got a couple portals nearby here. First one gives us, hey, general armor along with the wisps. Oh, definitely don't want to leave the general armor around too long. Took him down. That allows us to back off a bit and just chuck spells to our heart's content, if ever they would hit. Just real dynamite to start to this one, too. Finally make our way through there. All kind of chaos erupting here. Got 3 general armors and a wood harpy. Decent amount of experience through that, and we are on to the next. How close are we to next level? Well, it doesn't look very close at all, about 184. Just trying to keep them in sight for the spells. Okay, those wisps went down nice and easy. There's the treasure chest. Had a hunch that was going to drop. And another enemy off in the distance. Always feel better about the wisp casting, because they tend to have that death touch ability when they attack you physically. They've got like a bite attack. Lucky day with me and the risky treasures, huh? Picked up a magnifier. What on earth is a magnifier? Oh, level 8 heavy blade. That ain't so bad. Well, at some point I've got to feel like I'll be able to move again. Just gonna keep comboing off here until we get rid of these general armors. It's one down, and there goes the other. Okay. Now it's time to get back to casting. See, our health and mana regen have already worn off. And that wisp goes down. Now all of our buffs are gone. Speed boost and everything. Let's hit this in the right order so I'm not left at like 3 SP by the time we're done. Hope everybody out there doing well on this Sunday. Got some really nice weather in-game at least. Just sort of a gray day around here. All the snow melted from the previous week, so the ground looks terrible, and then it was cloudy all day, so even the sky looked terrible. Fortunately, nice and sunny in the field here. General armor goes down without too much of a problem. And there's another. Pick up a fortune wire there. Oh, Wood Harpy went down on a couple of those attacks. Pick up a Shadow Blades out of that chest, and we move on. Oh yeah, that's right, I still have an Awakening set there. Really gotta change that. Does seem to be a good amount of just roaming enemies unless I'm opening portals and not realizing it. Well, it does seem that when my spells actually hit, they do a nice amount of damage to the Wood Harpies. That's something I gotta keep in the old memory bank there. Finally get done with that encounter. Just seemed like it was never gonna end the way I was hitting. Here we've got another General Armor and a Noisy Wisp. Know the drill here. Pretty standard stuff. Couple more portals left, and then into the dungeon we go. Got some snaky cactus there. Hey, a treasure chest. And we pick up an Aqua Guard. And another chest. Yep, not gonna complain with that. Ending our portals on a high note. 2 chests to finish off the field. Get on our noble grunty, just sort of have a little fun here. Right around this general armor. Should we fight him? Shouldn't we fight him? Ah, what the heck, let's fight him. Did distract me from some quality grunty riding, but you know what they say, hop back on and try again. Oh yeah, that's right. If you hit the triangle button, each of the grunties has a little thing they're designed to do, and the noble grunty sniffs out grunty food on the field, which is why it's kind of my favorite. It's sort of the most useful. What do I have here? I have an insane spear. I doubt it's going to do anything with that, so I'll probably just throw the magnifier in. Yeah, let's throw the magnifier in. Let's make it slightly more valuable. Sunny weather's going to increase weapon. So we'll tell Grandpa it was neither a gold nor a silver axe. In fact, it wasn't an axe at all. See you later, alligator. And we pick up an absorber. It went from a magnifier to an absorber. Yeah, okay. Now we've got life drain on it. That's not so bad. Speed boost wore off, but I don't feel like burning a speed charm just to walk into the dungeon. Sure, I'll be wasting more than enough time reapplying buffs once we get inside. Let's go ahead in for the long wait here. Pop a fairy's orb, see what we're looking at here. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit that, and then reapply the buffs so they don't wear off on us mid-combat. Strangely enough, just as I say that, the attack buffs wear off, so... Almost looks like the treasure room there. You're looking at a watch face at about 5 o'clock, but I don't think there are one-floor dungeons, are there? I feel like there's a minimum 2. Could be wrong on that, though. Haven't really messed around with the area server program as much as I thought I would. Like, when I first started messing around with it, I'm like, this is awesome, there's so many things you could do with it, and I just kinda haven't got around to it. Busy time of year anyway. Everybody's all getting set for the holidays. After this, it's just like winter. Always good to just try and blast those phantoms with a spell if you got it. If only for the ego check, because you're going to do 1,000 damage even if your magic power is a joke. So now I have a magnifier and an absorber. Yeah, I believe I saw the stairs down there off that other long hallway, so. Go ahead through here. Here we've got the waiting room of the damned. 2 skulls staring at a wall full of random green eyes. Okay, I guess they're blue eyes, but the whites of the eyes are green. You know what I mean if you're looking at it. Very soft colors on this. A lot of soft green and soft blue. You know, big giant star-shaped general armor of doom. Just to break things up. See, that was a weaker hit with the spell, and it was for 620 damage. So they're not going to stick around too long, the phantoms. go through here and head down to the second floor. Hit that fairy's orb. This looks like the end of the road. Nice quick dungeon to get us off the ground here. Here we've got a general armor and, if I had to guess, a lambada knife. Seems about right for the level area. Either way, it was down before it was a threat, and that's kind of the goal with those. Yep, lambada knives. When your initial combo is going to take out two of them, you know you're in for a good encounter. And again, not surprising, we're just kind of ripping through these. We're a few levels ahead of the field here, but it's a good tone setter. Build up some confidence for this live edition of me playing Fragment in a mediocre fashion. Hopefully you're enjoying the watch along, or later, watching it on replay. Love the simultaneous kills. Buffs wore off, but I've only got a few more portals, so I'm not too worried about it. Can always reapply if I get in trouble. Pretty smooth sailing thus far, though. Man, it's getting a little dicey. The skill points, sorry. There we go, 4 shots. Just 4 regular attacks and that general armor goes down. Happiness is a good spear. See, I just said hit these guys with spells, and then I go and try and attack them because I'm not paying attention. That takes down those 2 phantoms, and that's our last dungeon portal, so we'll wait a moment, see if they spawn any chests. The answer is no. And now it's time to just run across the dungeon here at the top and collect our treasure. Get a Hands of Fire, a Grunty Doll, and a Healing Potion. So we'll go ahead, Ocarina out, and make our way back to Root Town. Okay, successful run in the books. Let's go ahead back into the lobby and switch up servers real quick. Hey, V's in the lobby. There we are. Say hi real quick. And Jack joins the room. Real quiet today. Yeah, let's check out things on V's place. Hit that server up next. Be a good spot for us to stock up on items anyway. Dang, just painfully slow for that. In a way, I'm kind of glad that the stream failed this morning, because this is a good chance for me to sort of see what issues I'm going to be dealing with streaming from here, playing Fragment. On the other hand, it's kind of a pain. Gotta grab some more speed charms and sell off some of this extra stuff. Sell off our magnifier and our absorber. Yeah, raccoon ear cap, we don't need that. I do hold on to a couple extra things just in case I'm offline doing some trading there. Did all that on 3 speed charms. That's not bad. Yeah, I don't think we're quite ready for a level 38 field. Yeah, rather than do it that way. Level 30. Let's see what level 30 Forbidden Holy Ground gives us. Level 24 Water Field. That sounds good. Pop up a Fairy's Orb. Get our ever distracting buffs going. And by the time we're done, oh look, it's a Mimic, everybody's favorite enemy. And right away it decides that I could stop clicking buttons for about half a minute by confusing me. Here comes another. Three Mimics, oh lucky day. And as you could see, when one Mimic died, it turned into a regular chest, or did it just fall asleep? These are the kind of dumb jokes that keep me up at night. Just imagine that joke just sitting in the back of your mind. Ain't no rest coming. Fire Drake Mail out of the risky treasure, and we move on. 2 more Mimics. Just Mimic after Mimic. Suppose not such a bad thing. Also really nice to encounter Mimics when you're soloing. That way you don't have to do the old, sorry I kinda stabbed you after each combat. Mage's Soul. Never hurts to have extra Mage's Soul. How close are we now? Okay, we made a decent bit of experience on that last field. Certainly not going to scoff at that amount. Take out the Lamia Hunter right away, and now it's us one-on-one with Mimic number 6. Just kind of stuck in place until the confusion wore off there. And here's an Iron Ball Freak. Our first Mimic-free encounter of the field. Take him down, despite him having a considerable reach advantage. Just got inside there, and turns out the problem with being 30 feet high is people could hack at your shins relatively easily. Got a couple Lamia Hunters here, and a Mimic. Take the Lamias out nice and quick, and just do as much damage as we can before the Mimic decides to try the inevitable. It's stuck to attacking. Got through that one nice and easy. Coming up on these two close portals just above the dungeon now, but we're going to try and clear the field before going in. Focusing the attack on the Lamia Hunter, making sure it goes down. And then the Mimics, they are what they are. You really expect to get confused anytime you're fighting them, especially when there's multiple. Again, we're soloing, the health's in good shape. Not such a bad thing. Giving us a moment to sort of rest the old thumb. Did notice that my regen buff wore off. That was unfortunate. Gonna have to pop a potion there just to keep us in good order as a couple Lamia Hunters came up behind us. Did make it through though. So time to recast. And move on. Three Mimics and a Lamia Hunter. Well, that's just not the best. Just kind of hoping the confusion wears off here, and it did, thankfully. That was a spot where the numbers game just kind of really getting to me there, and couldn't finish the battle without getting confused one last time. So now it's a race to see if this debuff will wear off before these chests disappear. Fortune Wire, the risky one. Pick up a Fire Helm and an Ice Flow. Got ourselves up against another Iron Ball Freak here. And it's a going clubbing. Well, there's our speed boost, and we can guess our attack buffs are coming not long after it. So we'll just go ahead and reapply those before it's any big deal. About 5 portals left. If you could stand the extra couple seconds to sit through the casting animations, I personally like having the buffs on your character at all times. That way you're not just chucking money at consumables after every field. That said, once you get up there in levels, the cost of the consumables really is negligible compared with the payout. especially with some of the work that V and Spooky have done on their servers, or if you're going rare item hunting on Dow's server on Hongic. There's always a good payout for playing the game. Unless you're yuts like me, you just don't pick up the treasures in parties. That's what I was afraid of. Got confused by the Mimic before we could pop that potion, and now we're at half health against the Iron Ball Freak with only a waning health regen buff to keep us going. Made it through, though. And as an added bonus, we took out the Mimics before we got to the Freak, so moment's concern turns out to be all for naught. Now we have to reapply these buffs again, just for convenience sake. I want to say I've got the health and mana regen on the Sublime Stole, I think that's the name. Yeah. Passed a portal there and I didn't even realize it. Just gotta keep track of when that confusion wears off. There was another attempt at it. Failed, though. So it's just us one-on-one with the Mimic. Does get us the next try. But again, in one-on-one, it's just sort of giving us a break. Chance to take stock of things. Finish that battle up. Just one lonely portal left. And it's giving us a treasure chest. So let's hop on your pal and mine, the Noble Grunty, and ride ourselves onto the dungeon. There we are, and let's go to dungeon indeed. Should be pretty close. I want to say we're over halfway to level 23 at this point. Hit a Fairy's Orb, and just get our buffs back, sync together. Yeah, about 648 experience. So decent chance if this is, even at 2 floors, we've still got a decent chance of leveling up. I want to say 3 is the magic number where we could feel really confident about it. Okay, so that's that battle done. A lot of small rooms on this floor. Even with all of that missing on the one Lamia Hunter, we still nearly took it out. A simple attack later finishes the job. Moves us into a square room here. Got a couple Mimics and a Grand Mage that was gone before we noticed. Good thing we crushed that portal with a combo in mind. That could have gotten pretty ugly, just chasing a wizard around a room while it casts spells on us. Fortunately, we are none the worse. Same could not be said for that corpse warrior sitting in the corner. Here's a couple Hellbox and a couple of wizards. Hellboxes are the mimics. Anytime you see a treasure chest with teeth, to me it's going to register as mimic. That's just the way it goes. Just one of those classic fantasy RPG monsters. Moving up into the next room. All that, and it was a risky treasure. I was ready. Heck, I ran past the thing. I was in the portal before it was. Now, it doesn't even feel that weird to aggressively charge a treasure chest when we've been facing 80% mimics in this field. Just kind of feels like what you'd be doing in that situation, you know? Dispatch those two. One of them just gets bored and turns into a regular treasure chest. Looks like we've got a long hallway. May have a small room on the end of it, may be a dead end. We know the stairs are the other way, so. Take a moment, get our health and skill point buffs back up. See, that time I remembered. You'd swear having the capital letters SP just staring me right in the face would help me remember more often, but no. No, I'd say I'm about 50% lifetime on calling it mana. Take out the mage and two mages and allow me a hunter, my mistake. And then in our confusion, just cut the mimic down to size. I know, Hellbox. Fortune wire, and yeah, there may be an egg in that room on the side. Probably a couple breakable objects too, like jars or corpses, but no use fussing with that. At the most, it's going to give us some grunty food and maybe a restorative. So we'll just cut back across here and take out this portal and prepare for the second floor. Got a wizard and a hellbox. Not giving those wizards a chance right out of the gate. As soon as they spawn, we attack. Not so much that I'm even worried that much about the spells, it's just the easiest way to keep the distance down. That's the first floor. Moving to the second now. All of that, and I nearly forgot the speed boost. That was silly of me. That's the one I knew was going off there. But we did catch it just in time. And so to the first portal, the second floor we go. Here we've got a couple armor shoguns. That's frightening. And right away you'll see why we'll be dealing with these from a distance. If I can get away. Yep, that was a bad idea to go just crashing in there. Just not smart of me. Every now and then you run into those enemies that remind you why it's such a good idea to party up. And 2 armor shogun out of a portal, that's the enemy. Now you'll notice a lot of times I'll have those ROM spells up simply because they will hit multiple targets. And it'll just kind of stun monsters like this in place. That in fact would be the call, but I don't have that here. So we're just going to make do with what we got. And hope to not get caught in a position where game over occurs. Otherwise, all this work to level up was kind of in vain, wasn't it? Making sure to keep a wide berth, and really happy we had that speed burst up, huh? Speed charms are your friends. Giant animated suits of armor aren't. I'm saying that, having liked Full Metal Alchemist. Ow. Okay, need to get away now. Actually, I need to drink about 7 potions now. Now I need to get away. Well, we're whittling them down. It's not that it's not working, it's just not good. We'll be checking the old spells here after this battle, because this is just torture. Okay, that should be... yeah, that's that one down. And that's the encounter. Well, that was certainly something, wasn't it? Held on by absolute dumb luck there. So let's go ahead and take a look at L2 and triangle and reset that sucker. Wow. I've got like nothing in the way of spells. Okay. Yeah, looks like we're just sticking with Jiru Cruise and hoping to not run into another one of those. Oh god, I just realized mimics and armor shoguns. Yeah, that's a real possibility on this floor, isn't it? Well, one thing's for certain, we're keeping these health and mana buffs up. If I see anything that looks remotely like the treasure room, the statue room at the end, I'm probably gunning for it. That said, we are here to play. So we'll play until we either get through this or game over. Let's see how it goes. Oh, already not liking it. So that was single digits. And we somehow make it through that portal. Hell, that was god awful. That was the absolute pits. Let's see what the next room has for us, shall we? Okay. Nice little reprieve here. We get a Grand Mage and a Hellbox. Never thought I would be happy to see that combo, but after last portal, I'll take it. The 2 Grand Mages and the 2 Armor Shoguns were mildly disconcerting. All buffed back up and ready to go. And this is that nightmare we were talking about. We are confused. We've got 2 Armor Shoguns. We can't pop potions. We're probably dead in the water. Yep. Yeah, there's game over. But hey, that was fun while it lasted, wasn't it? Just pushed a little too far into the dungeon there. We'll take our 1,000 down. We earned that. Life lesson, kids. Party up. It's dangerous to go alone. Bring friends. I think that's what we're going to call this. Just a little test stream here. Hope you're all doing well. This has been a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming. We'll talk to you next time.